Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the freaking internet. 'Tis I, the Fat Viking Knight, coming to you a little bit late on the time of recording this. We're supposed to be out an hour and 3 minutes ago, and lo and behold, that did not happen. Due to my poor planning and my inability to actually get off my ass, well, get on my ass, rather, and do things, I was a little bit late, but nevertheless, you still get a little bit of a video today. So as we are going here, we are just digging out where the new location of my river slash lake slash ocean is going to be. Not really sure, based on the size that we have here. It really could be any and or all of these things simultaneously, just due to the sheer magnitude, the sheer level of craziness that it is in terms of width, depth, and length. It is pretty freaking massive. We've been working on this for quite some time, and spoiler alert, it takes a long time, especially when you're only able to play a few hours a week to get things of this magnitude done, which is why we've kind of gone back to the little bit of the vlog style, just because I don't have that much footage currently recorded, and I'm unable to do these massive edit videos at the moment. But I'm sure we will get back to it in no time. Anyway, today I would like to talk a little bit of shit about corporate America. If you are unfamiliar what I mean when I say corporate America, I mean an establishment, a company that has more greater than 1,000 locations, I would say. A conglomerate that is very top-down oriented, controlled by a select few people, but actually run by thousands of workers that are below them. I am in one of these conglomerates myself, one of these corporations that has several thousand locations, and it grinds my gears a little bit. And not to sound cliche and not to go all Peter Griffin on your asses, but sounds and it pisses me off. There's something going on here where they're all about the profit, and I understand it. From a business perspective, it makes sense. You are in business to make money, right? That is one of the reasons that you started the business in the first place. However, there are very few companies that actually have a why behind that. Well, why did you start that? It's not to make money. A lot of people, like, let's use Walmart as an example. He started it to serve the communities, not to really make money, but serving the community is how he made money. It's why he did what he did. And that is a very, very big thing that I don't feel is very appreciated anymore. We just go gallivanting in, and we have these Fortune 500 companies make billions of dollars every year. But the cost of maintaining it continues to go up. The cost to train and retain a new person is much higher than to retain an old person that you had. And I just feel they're getting a little bit on the shady side. What I mean by this is quite simple. They're not treating their people that are running the company with the same level of respect as the CEO. And I understand that from a societal point of view. Oh, he's the rich one, he's the one that we should take care of and stuff. However, if you are not taking care of your frontline workers, then guess what? You're fucked. You cannot be a leader, you cannot be a manager, because if without those people, you have nothing to lead. And I've been in retail conglomerations for a very long time now. I am 8:30 at the time of this recording, and I believe I have been through roughly, I don't know, 15 to 20 different places, some for a very short amount of time, some for an extended period of time, but all of them seem to have this one faux pas together included. All of them seem to have this in common, and it kind of really grinds my gears. I know, such a trope, but it does. It grinds my gears, and I wonder what and how it's going to shift. Because at some point, just about everyone wants to order online, right? That is inevitably going to be the future. I don't think that a brick and mortar store will always be there. I don't. Simply because you can go and do all of these things online. Why go into a store to do it in the first place if you can just do it from the safety and comfort of your own house? It's kind of the appeal, right? Then you can also get it delivered to you, or you can do the the more financial way and be able to simply just go and pick it up from the store. If you're already running errands, you go, stop at the store for 2 minutes, you pick up your stuff, you go on your merry way. I fully believe that at some point, that is what's going to transpire. We're going to shift completely away from brick and mortars, and everywhere, every conglomeration, every corporation is just going to have warehouses that distribute. Distribution warehouses, even. All of these things will simply allow for a higher magnitude of products to be flown through. That way you don't have to stock shelves, you don't have to maintain the zone standards, you don't have to clean up after the customers, and you don't have to worry about the day-to-day life of it, which is serving and talking to customers to try to help them find what they need. If you eliminate all of these things, such as Amazon does, they've made it incredibly easy for you to do it and to buy it from the click of one button via your mouse. Most people have their credit cards already attached to their Amazon accounts or whatever they are buying. They just say save it for later. You know, they click that little option allowing their card details to just be implanted in there and imprinted for just a little while. And that allows you to kind of lose control, I feel. Not me personally, but I could fully understand how it could get out of control very quickly. You're able to just click and buy things, and you're not really even seeing the money leave. If you put it on a credit card, you're not seeing it at all. If you put it on a debit card, obviously, yes, you are seeing it. But I just have this issue with corporate. I really do. I don't know why corporate often is so secretive, at least in my organization. I don't know why. I don't understand, and I never really will. In regards to complete and total transparency, they have none. They try to hide things and sweep things under the rug, and they go extended periods of time without talking or telling you what kind of things are going on, what's transpiring, or even if there will be something in the future. And I really hate this, both in corporate and in real life. If you need to tell me something, or there is something I should know, tell me. Why in God's earth would you keep this information? Why would you just sit there knowing this information and keep you in the dark? That is why so many companies are having issues with loyalty, because they cannot do this. It's so much easier to jump jobs most of the time, make more money than you are making currently, because if you stay in the same company for an extended period of time, guess what? Your raise starts to kind of diminish. Almost after the first year, I would say your raise diminishes. every single year. But if you hop companies, you do not show that loyalty, that fealty to a singular company, despite how they may have treated you. Guess what? You're usually entitled to getting more money, at least a 20% increase on what you already made for doing the exact same thing. This kind of culture is kind of astounding. If you want people to know what they're doing and to come to work every day and to be productive, and you have these people within your company, why are you not doing everything in your power to incentivize them staying with your company long term? Yes, it'll cost you more money. Yes, you can hire someone right off the street and pay them less money. Of course you can. You always can. However, what you can't do is maintain the same level of training with a constant door of revolving people. And I'm kind of in this boat right now. My company has kept a lot of things from me, things that would be very vital and I would be very happy to know, to discuss, even to know that something was in the works. But the fact of crickets is very unsettling, and it kind of gets me a little stir crazy. By this, what I really mean is, even though I wouldn't say I love, even though I very much enjoy what I do and where I do it, I fully believe and could see myself leaving because of this amount of secrecy that they hold. I could see myself leaving for more money because they haven't shown me any loyalty, so why should I show it to them? And I'm really struggling with this right now because I have now been with this company for around about 3 years, and I feel that I have learned a lot of the processes, I've learned a lot of the information. However, there are people who play the game better, who will get the benefits more than I ever will. Because I am not able to play the game as they want me to, which is kissing ass and doing whatever they say to do, yes sir, no sir, all of these things, instead of building a effective team, communicating effectively, and also getting work completed in a timely and efficient manner, that doesn't seem to matter. Doesn't seem to matter at all. A lot of people would much rather hire the kiss ass, and I don't understand it. I really, truly never will. Why would you want someone who just follows your every command? Like, I get it. From a king perspective, if you had servants, yes, butler, get me some hot cocoa, stat, or, whatever. You do that, I could understand from that perspective. But from a job perspective, I don't understand. I really, really don't. And so I am struggling intensely to stay loyal to this company. I still have looked around to see what else is out there and have even contemplated redoing and updating my resume just to broaden my horizons and see what could actually be offered. See what's out there and how I do it. Because the longer I stay here, the more I'm realizing that I don't believe they value me as a person or as a manager. I don't fully believe it. And that's really hard because I know how hard I am willing to work. I know that I'm willing to go above and beyond and work 110% every single day. I know I'm willing to do it. The only thing I'm not willing to do is deal with the bullshit. I am not willing to kiss ass no matter how brief. I tell it how it is, and I'm blunt about it. This is something that, as a blunt person, I very much enjoy from other people. I love people that are straightforward to the point and have no hidden agendas behind it. No bullshit, just truth and honesty, no matter how much it hurts to hear. I think it's so important and so valuable in this digital age. Especially now, as I do not have any social medias. No Snapchat, no Twitter, no Facebook, no Instagram, no TikTok, no Vine, no Tumblr, no Reddit. I don't have any of these. If you can think of it, I don't have it. The only one that I could even consider is Twitch and YouTube as a source of social media. But it's really more to talk to people in those regards and not to doom scroll. It's not anything like that, even though they definitely could be considered social media. I'm just having this issue of why stay loyal to any kind of company if they're not willing to exhibit some kind of loyalty back to you. There's no benefits, there's no anything for you staying at a company a long time anymore, especially because pensions don't exist anymore. You can still get them if you go to the city, county, or the government jobs. You can still have access to pensions, as well as police officers, firemen, and EMTs. You can still get a pension that way. But if you try to go and work the same amount of time within a retail corporation, they don't value that anymore. They offer as low as probably 1% raises, I would say. On average, I would guess it's probably between 1 and 15%, maybe. If they're being really generous, 1 to 15%. But I would say on average, it's probably 1 to 5% raises every year for their people, depending on how long they've worked there, how many hours they put in a week, what their performance is, and if they are willing to go above and beyond the traditional measure of what is expected of them. But where is the ability to grant any kind of loyalty? Where? I don't understand. And they just continue to do it over and over and over again. I've watched this repeat itself 100 times already, and it is the weirdest thing to me. I don't understand. If you find someone who has high productivity, who is driving results, who is willing to go the extra mile, and who is a workhorse, I don't understand why your loyalty, your fealty, is to the people that are able to kiss your ass and not to the ones that are outperforming everyone else. And I'm not saying that I am absolutely outperforming everyone else or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm simply saying I do come to work and I try very hard every single day, despite growing tensions of things that are not told to me, that are just swept under the rug, and things that they expect of you. Oh, you just got to put in your time. Make sure, if you don't put in your time, you don't get to do it. But you could have someone that put in their time and didn't deserve it and isn't ready for it, doing the same thing. It makes no sense to me why all of corporate America just does not value hard work and instead values the ability to kiss ass and play the game. Suck it up and do whatever they tell you without any exception. They want you to work late nights, you work late nights. They want you to work early mornings, you work early mornings. You want them to stay for an extra 6 hours, you stay. You know, whatever it is, no matter what their command, they say jump and you say how high. That's what they want, and I will never truly understand it. I really won't. And as I get older here, I just am understanding it even less, and my patience for it continues to wear thin. So, thank you guys for letting me rant today. I know you didn't really have a choice of what I was going to rant about, but for those of you who did watch, thank you so much, and I appreciate it greatly. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys next Sunday on time. Ciao.